accent, yes. I'm gonna pigeon shit. He said I'm gonna land on you and take a pigeon shit down your neck. Oh God, get back in the shower. Get back in the shower, Big Zip. We don't want that. Train station. Oh, let's go, Blanco. Fucking thank you for the sub, my friend. God bless you. God bless you. You're a streamer too, man. Did I follow you? I'm pretty sure I follow you, maybe. So did we come to a conclusion about streaming the draft? I think you can stream you watching the draft, but I don't think you can stream the actual draft happening. Blanco, GG's to you, homie.
Oh, there you are.
Not here to advertise. No, dude, you're good. You're good. I'm happy to help anybody and everybody. I like following people like me. Small streamers that like cocaine and hookers. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all a fucking about.
What's up, Nick? I guess the game just crashed. So I've only got like a little over an hour to play, so this will be a short stream. Got a doctor's appointment. Not all the way awake yet. Even though I've been up for 3 hours. Might need to get some coffee in me. Did you end up streaming last night, Nick? When I was done streaming, I totally just fell apart. I got this nerve pain issue in my upper back rhomboid area. It's freaking killing me. Makes me grumpy. Hopefully I'll at least be able to catch any uploads you make from it. Maybe I'll watch... What's up, Soul? Maybe I'll watch it on my way into work today. Oh. I'm gonna be right back because I'm yawning. I need some coffee. No fun to watch someone yawn on a stream, so give me a sec. You know, I don't really like everything about modern technology, but certain things are pretty sweet. Like, I have a doctor's appointment, right? But it's a phone appointment. Oh, he's just young and having fun. Uh, Him and Josh are like friendly rivals and they talk smack back and forth. I think he's a good kid though. Just probably doesn't know that when someone's streaming that's not really the place for it. I could tell I could tell chat was getting pretty annoyed. They were like giving him dad lectures. Giving him dad lectures in chat. I love a good dad lecture. Good dad talk. Always makes me feel good about myself. Hey, but I'm in need of them sometimes, you know. We all got to be called out on our shit, whether it's minor or major. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try to be more selective about which teammates I play with together on stream. Like try to get better matches, like better personality matches. Like I don't know if you know who Savage is, but like Savage and Itachi and Josh, they all know each other. Like I could play quads with them and they could do their little back and forth stuff and none of the other teammates would be bugged with it. You know what I mean? Cuz that's kind of their vibe. They got their own thing going on. Oh, no. All right, my coffee should be brewed. Be right back again.
This is fucked.
So I was watching this streamer, Hobos United, and he was getting into solo lobbies like fairly regularly. Like, cause usually at this time, I probably wouldn't get in. I probably wouldn't get on, at least not to stream, because the lobbies take a while to load into, and then they're all high ping lobbies. But then right before I got on, he was having good lobbies, but right before, like right as I was in the process of getting on, the game crashed for everybody, and everybody had to restart their systems. And now solo lobbies aren't loading anymore. So let's play with. Let's see if I can join Brock. Maybe we could run. Maybe we could try some duos. Wait, what's going on? Brock, are you there? What's going on here, Brock? Brock's not talking back to me, so maybe I won't get in with Brock. Yeah, this might be a much quicker stream than anticipated. There might not be any games. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, dude? Let me request this guy because he's streaming too. Let me see. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Which Spider-Man? A cartoon or one of the movies? No, that's not right. Oh, I forgot. I better hurry up and get that done because you guys, the screen goes blue when I do that kind of stuff. Because I've got the least fancy. I actually don't. I actually don't care for the early Spider-Man. I can have an appreciation for what they were at the time, but I never really liked them. But to each their own, you know. Yeah, exactly, War Chief. Nobody cares about my opinion. I did that with like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and wrestling. It worked for a while with the Ninja Turtles. Like I didn't watch the Ninja Turtles cartoons from the late 80s and early 90s. I watched the digital cartoon that came out in like 2010, had like a 2010 to 2015 run or something like that, or maybe even a little later. It was on Nickelodeon anyway. And it was a pretty cool show. Like I could watch it with him and stay entertained. Got a little weird when they were going into like other dimensions and stuff. Yeah, so War Chief agrees with you, and he was born close to the same time as me. Um, but from that time frame, I liked the X Men more, the X Men movies. And actually, now I have a way bigger appreciation for Spider Man because, like, what the hell am I watching? What the hell is this? Oh, he must have closed his stream because all of a sudden this popped up on my Twitter. Oh, you can't see it, but it's just some chick in a bathing suit with, let's call them enhancements. What the hell is going on here? What what did I become exposed to? I don't know. I have a bad habit of not finishing my thoughts, but uh, being born in '96, I imagine you loved those Spider-Man movies. And then if you were already a Spider-Man fan, if you're already a Spider-Man fan, I can understand how you would love the movies also. But I never really cared for Spider-Man when I was younger. Uh, I didn't really get into actual comic book reading, like getting into the storylines and all that, until like maybe like 6 years ago or so. And then went crazy, started reading all the actual comic books and collected comic books and all that. So I've got more of an appreciation and a like for Spider-Man now than I did back then. But back then, most of my most of the comic book characters I was exposed through to was through cartoons, like Saturday morning cartoons, and I always really enjoyed X-Men. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the '90s X-Men cartoon, but it's got a really famous theme. Do 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 do. Anyway, yeah. Um. Uh, this game isn't loading, guys. So, uh, oh, you got a 4-month old? Is that your first one? born in 96, that makes you 27. It's about the same age I had my first one. I hope your circumstances are better than mine were with my first one. Since the game isn't loading, I'll tell the story. So, I got married pretty young. I was 23. At least compared to my friends, it was pretty young. Almost no one I knew was married at the time. Um, and it was to a woman that I had known since high school, but started dating when I was in college. And like we pretty much knew we were going to get married as soon as we started dating. It was like destiny. Um, but shortly after we were together for 4 years before we got married, and then we got married, and about a little over a year into the marriage, things rapidly fell apart, and we ended up getting divorced. We got uh, we got divorced about 2 years after, and I was pretty crushed over the whole situation. Um, I started drinking excessively, and ended up dating way uh, way sooner than I should have. I don't know why I did that. I know it was a bad decision looking back on it, but uh, best way I could probably explain it is, there was a hole in my life, and I was trying to fill it, and so I ended up dating way sooner than I should have after my marriage ended, and I ended up in a really terrible relationship. What up, John? Uh, I don't think Blackout's gonna load, so I'm probably gonna close the stream soon. Haven't even been able to get into a game. I guess I could try quads, but I'll finish the story first. Uh, but anyway, I started dating who became my. Nah, dude, I don't play Warzone. Uh, I played Modern Warfare a few times. Didn't like it at all, so I just never got into it. Um, but anyway, I ended up dating who became my daughter's mother, and it was just a terrible relationship from the very get go. I was still like in a depressed haze um, from coming out of a divorce, and I don't want to talk bad about her on a public stream. Like, I don't think that's fair, but uh, we weren't a good match whatsoever. And by the time we finally called it off, uh, right after I left her, we found out that she was pregnant. So, so my daughter's mother and I have never been together since my daughter was born. Um, which, I I wouldn't want to be with her, uh, but it's not ideal. You know what I mean? It's just been a it's not the ideal circumstance to have your first child. So anyway, I was about the same age as Jacob when I had my first kid, and uh, that's just it. It just wasn't ideal. That's all. Love my daughter, of course, but I've never had my first child has never lived with me. I see her as much as I can, but Might be time to download WWE, guys. Yeah, my daughter, we didn't intend to have as well. Hey, Brian, what's up? Oh, and you got the Roman Reigns picture. Uh, well, I'm sure the sex was on purpose, but the pregnancy was an accident. Is my guess of how that how that went down. Something similar to that. How you doing, Brian? I was just saying. I think it's time for me to download WWE and play a new game on stream. I love Roman. That whole Bloodline story arc they've done over the past couple years has been awesome. And I think he's always been a pretty naturally gifted performer. They didn't have the character quite right once the Shield disbanded. You know, it seems like they were searching for stuff for a few years, and the fan base didn't like Roman being shoved down their throats. But Roman's phenomenal. He's a great performer. For a while, I wanted The Rock to come back to face him, but I don't even think that that would be. Damn straight, hobos. Like we both got booted from the game. The game determined that we were too OP, and it's not gonna let us. Oh yeah, but like Stone Cold is the biggest Stone Cold is the biggest phenomenon that ever happened to the wrestling business. You know, like prime Stone Cold, like the crowd was with him, everything was with him. It was just a good vibe for the time. Like I think they've always made Brock look pretty badass when he fights Roman. Like when when Roman was a good guy or a face, Brock was like the mountain to climb, and he kept coming close, but ultimately failing. And then ever since Roman's been a heel, he's had to cheat to beat Brock. But Brock's always looked strong. I thought the feud got a little bit repetitive over time. That would be my only critique of it. Well, yeah, but you could say that about pretty much every wrestler out there. Like Brock Lesnar is a like they named him right. He's a beast of a human being. Like it's not even letting me get into quads. What is going on? See, in an instance like this is where the gaming PC would really come in handy because I could just switch games, no issue. Wouldn't have to close the stream. But in order to switch games right now, I have to close the stream. Um, but I mean, if that's the case, John, then like guys like AJ Styles, you know, the smaller guys, there's a reason the UFC has weight divisions, right? The smaller guys wouldn't be able to compete in a real life fight. Like it's all about their ability to perform and suspend your disbelief. So I don't have a problem with guys that uh, in real life wouldn't beat someone beating them in wrestling. Like I like the story. I like this as long as they give good storylines, which they haven't done very often. As long as they give good storylines and tell good stories in the match and um, perform in a way that allows me to suspend my disbelief and make me make me forget that I'm watching a fake fight. You know, like if they can do that and I can get invested in it, I'll like it. I have a big critique about modern wrestling and it's that it's basically just contact gymnastics. You know, it looks too choreographed. Like the guys that perform are amazing athletes, but as far as me being able to suspend that disbelief and invest any emotion into it, I can't I can't do it most of the time because it looks like contact ballet or contact gymnastics. Like it looks it looks too fake. There's not enough of that real life feel to it. So I still follow the storylines and I watch the big shows, but I've kind of fallen out of wrestling as of late. But it's still like a lifelong passion of mine. They go through peaks and valleys. Josh, have you tried to get on Alcatraz? Because the game crashed like 30 minutes ago, and I haven't been able to find the game. Dude, MJF is great. Like, he's the best heel, like pure heel, that there's been in quite some time. I watch the way I consume wrestling now is I watch some of the bigger shows. Um, I mean, you're probably right, War Chief. Like it's even for the streamers that are successful in this game, like I doubt they're growing, you know, like uh it's hard to grow your channel when you can't get into a lobby. Makes me kind of feel for close the game and open again, but if I do that then I have to close the stream. Yeah, the game crashed. I had the same problem so you weren't here, but I was watching another streamer and he was getting into games like solo lobbies were loading and he wasn't having high ping. uh, I was watching Hobos United, if anybody's curious. He was in chat a little while ago. I don't know if he's still here, but I was watching Hobos United and he was getting into lobbies and the ping wasn't terrible and the lobbies were loading fairly fast um, and then the game crashed for everybody. And then ever since that happened, that's as I was getting on, and ever since that happened, haven't been able to find uh, a lobby. Let me try. I tried joining Brock. I don't think I think he's AFK. Brock, you there? Earth to Brock. Brock, you there? Hello, Brock. Hey, Ugg. I, I, I do not believe we're gonna get any games in. I only had less than 2 hours, and now I got less than 1 hour. I just been waiting for a game for 37 minutes, so I think we're gonna call it a stream, guys. No sense in waiting around for a game that's not gonna start. I could start my meal prep or something. Damn, brand new controller getting stick drift. All right, guys. Well, the servers crashed earlier today. About right right before I started my stream, I was watching another streamer called Hobos United, named Hobos United on Twitch, and he was getting into solo lobbies, and everything was going fine. And then he was mid game, and the game just froze. And I guess it did that for everybody. And ever since it did that, uh, I haven't been able to find a game. So yeah, mine's actually mine's a scuff controller that I got for Christmas. And I only use it half the time I play because honestly, I'm not good with it. It's the paddles, the way the paddles are set up are not very convenient. I don't like them being like this. I wish there was just one on top of the other and they weren't so bulky. I have big bulky hands, fingers like, I'm a big guy. So the combination of my hand size with the paddle size, like I want small paddles. I want to be able to get to my paddles like that. That's all I want to have to do. But because they're so bulky and everything and they're right next to each other, like I just don't like them. So, anyway, guys, I can't even get into Canada. They won't let me in. I got about 3 years before they'll let me into Canada. I have a DUI on my driving record here in the States, and Canada considers me a felon, so I can't get into Canada. But I don't want to work for another railroad company. Like the railroads put my body through hell. Like I'm sure some of it's hereditary or whatnot, because like I wasn't getting injured, but just the wear and tear that it's put on my body I have not been a fan of. But anyway, guys, no game to play, so that's the end of the stream. Looks like the servers are down. Hopefully that gets fixed. Let me check and see if there's anybody else online that's able to play. Huh. invite me, Josh. I can't just join you. Or wait. Duh. Yeah, I can. I think what happened is the game determined that I got too good. Um, and it doesn't want me embarrassing the rest of the streamers. So you know, uh, it's not gonna let me play because I'm Blanco OP. Josh, thanks for trying, dude, but I didn't have much time anyway, so I'm just gonna call it a stream. Uh, everybody have a great night, huh? Take it or night. I'm used to saying that because I usually play in the evening. But everybody have a great day. Take it easy.